What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. Hex Machina is on his way. He's taking his time right now, but he's not for real. He's got his kids and stuff, so he's joining us. We got Lindsay the Hexagon, who's going to be joining us in a second here to talk about a couple things, go over the markets, and just talk, all things crypto. So let's see. Wanted to say what's up to Drewski in the chat. Mobius, what's going on? Appreciate you again. Appreciate everyone that watches and supports us. Really appreciate that. I'm gonna share my screen here. I was so before we jumped on screen, I was just kind of checking out the overall market cap, see where we were looking to see if an alt season was coming or not, and looks like Bitcoin dominance 40%, ETH dominance at 19%. So the flippening, that's the rumor. We're going to see that this year, next year. I don't know, but I know for sure it's going to happen. I think we all saw Richard how a debate he had this past week, and I don't think there's even debating Bitcoiners anymore at this point. It was a joke. So anyways, we'll get back to the Hex price here. So Hex 15.5 cents. Can't complain there. For all you stakers, we just got paid again at 8 o'clock. So it's a beautiful thing. We can just sit back and just collect our interest day by day and just move on and not have to check charts. But, if you're like me and have that degen in you, what's up, Nathan? We like to mess around with some other stuff. And one of the first coins that, I had ever purchased was Zilliqa. Well, this was back in 2020 with Matic, Anchor, Hex. We got all these coins at a penny. And it's crazy to see what they're doing now. Zilliqa, go doing 200-300% in the past week. That's the thing with this market. You just cannot tell when these coins are gonna pump. We all knew that Zilliqa had some good stuff in the works with Metapolis, and they're now coming live next month with it. So all of a sudden, that chart just boom, one little announcement like that, and we did 300% in a couple of days. So alt season, I think it's coming. We just got to follow, see what Bitcoin does. Obviously we all know the market revolves around Bitcoin. So there's some major support levels around 47,000 right there ish. Yeah, 47. So we're struggling to get across that right now. But if Bitcoin can make a little run here over the next couple months, I think alts can really take off. So it's going to be an exciting time. There's still a couple coins out there that are flying under the radar and still just absolute, I think, not must buys, but if you have the money, it's crazy not to get. Hedera Hashgraph is one that we really like. They're pushing the whole green agenda really hard, and you're going to start hearing carbon credits really soon. That's going to be the who was it there? Chris Larson came out and just put a huge damper on Bitcoin, saying that they need to change. They're destroying the environment, and that whole narrative is really going to start to become prevalent. And Hedera is as green as they come. I think they are one of the top 3 most efficient blockchains out there. So this coin, sitting at 24 cents. This is one of the few coins that has not pumped. We saw the pump up to over 50 cents here, but it still has not had that Zilliqa type move where it sat consolidated and then boom, jumped up. This move right here, where we saw right here from 40 cents down to 17. I mean, that move right here, that's the same thing as right here. So we're about to see another jump up. So I mean, I think we're about to see 40 cents in the next month or two, and all-time highs, 50, 60 cents this summer. The DeFi is coming to HBAR, and it's just it's a good ecosystem to be in. If you look at who they're working with in the corporate world, the partners they have are just they're look at this list. I mean, it doesn't get bigger than that. I mean, the board of governors that they have, their governing council is just unreal. So, as much as we love our Hex, and I'm 99% staked, don't get me wrong, more 70% of my portfolio is Hex. So, I don't want to, get that mixed up, but I'm a degen. I like to look into other things. I like to bet on other stuff and throw a little money here and there at other coins. I mean, it's fun to, gamble a little bit, but in stuff that actually has utility going forward. I mean, this carbon negative, super fast, that's the narrative of the future. So HBAR, I really like that. And then this is way more of a degen pick, but this is Saucer Swap is the first DEX that it's basically the PulseX of HBAR. And it's just these NFTs are the only way to get into the pre-sale. So they're not doing a standard pre-sale where you send in your money or a sacrifice. They're selling these NFTs as the pre-sale. So for $200, you can get the Gravity one, then 600, 1200, and depending on which one you get, they airdrop you the coins for owning the NFT. So it's pretty cool the way they're doing it, and it's super transparent. And they also have a faucet in the Discord server where every 8 hours you can go in and claim free sauce coins for each NFT. So the Gravity, I think, gives you 4 every 8 hours. The weak gives you 10, and the strong, I'm not sure. I think it was like 16 or 18. So every once a day, if you own the Gravity, you get 12 sauce coins. If you own these two, you get about 40 a day, and it's cool. It's just free coins before the airdrop comes. And if this, I mean, they're having an AMA tomorrow in their Discord channel. The Twitter, they had to restart it because one of the original team members, I don't know what happened, but they got rid of him, so they had to restart the Twitter. And they have 1,400 followers. The only other DEX that I know of on HBAR is called HSuite, and it has 300 followers on their Twitter. So these guys have that first mover advantage. So they are the PulseX of HBAR. DeFi has not came out yet. Staking is not even out on HBAR yet. It's coming within the next week or two. Stater is the company there. So this is just new. It's fun while we're waiting for Pulse Chain, waiting for PulseX. It's fun to throw some money at these other projects if you can afford to do it. Nothing crazy, but buy an NFT and get in the community, and it's what we like to do as degens. So this DeFi, I like this tweet here, is going to blow up on Hedera. Staking coming soon. The launch pad with Saucer Swap. This is the HBAR suite I was talking about here. This is their only other DEX. They have 400 followers. So I mean, these guys, after restarting their Twitter, have been 3 times the followers on Saucer Swap. So I just like this project. I wanted to talk about that again as kind of a little degen potential hidden gem out there for the summer, or not even summer, the next couple months. And then then speaking of the summer, I saw this tweet earlier, and I really like it, talking about the Ethereum upgrade. I know Pulse is coming, and we are definitely out to replace them. but you got to understand the amount of institutional money that is in Ethereum. It's billions of dollars. So it is incentivized deeply by the top, by the, by the big money in this country to do well. So when this happens and this upgrade goes through, it's going to, I think, cause a supply shock. It's crazy what it is. I mean, if you really take a deep look at it. So the two major upgrades are consensus and sharding, faster transactions, low network costs, blah, 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 blah. It's made phase 0 of the rollout. So, it's going to take probably 6-7 years. I think Vitalik actually said on the stream it was going to probably take another 6 years to actually finish it completely, which is a joke. But once this happens and this next upgrade goes through, the supply is what that I didn't realize was going to happen. So right here, they're calling it the triple halvening. So immediate issuance reduction of about 90% of the current annual issue, of about 4.3 to 0.03 to 0.04 of the total percent of the supply. So that pretty much equates to 3 Bitcoin halvings. So imagine Bitcoin having a halving instead of every 4 years. So that's a 12 years for 3 of these to happen. This is happening to Ethereum this summer. So this right here, this meme is pretty funny, but I mean, this is great. They're not going to need that anymore, but you're going to need your wallet because the fees are still going to be a lot. They're not solving the fee problem. This is great. The supply shock is going to happen. The price is going to go up, but wow, the fees aren't going to go down. So you're still going to be paying expensive fees, but there's going to be a very expensive ETH. I mean, so they're talking about that the staking is going to be over 10%. So anybody that is staking, once this comes out at 10%, it's going to incentivize people not to dump, to stake it. So ETH could go on a massive run and overtake Bitcoin, within maybe 8-10 months of this going live. But again, who knows? I mean, Bitcoin, there's so much money behind that too, that it's going to be a fight. But that's why we are in Pulse Chain. So we can just do our own thing, stay on the side, and just crush it. We don't need these guys. But this is happening, and this is going to cause Ethereum to drastically go up in price, and that's going to affect a lot of other altcoins. It's going to affect the price of Hex on Ethereum, and we are trying to beat them. So if this drags out for 6 years and Pulse Chain is crushing it in a year, that's great for us. It's just more things that benefit us. So I just wanted to talk about this, that this summer I think the number, it was 14 or 15,000 a day that are being minted right now, and they're cutting that down by 90%. So we'll see. That was interesting. And here, Hex Machina's here. I see him in the green room.
Here I am. What's up?
There he is.
Sorry, I'm late.
Hey, no, better late than never, right?
So what's happening, everyone? Good to see y'all. Let me adjust my stuff here. Okay.
Yeah.
Happy Saturday.
It is a happy Saturday. I was just talking about the upgrades coming to Ethereum this summer, when they're dropping the supply from where was it? Right here, issuance reduction from 90% is 4.3% to 3,000.
Is this another EIP, another Ethereum improvement protocol?
It is the consensus and sharding upgrades, delivering faster transaction times without sacrificing scalability, security, decentralization, but you're sacrificing your time because the entire upgrade is going to take 6 years. So that,
Wow.
and also the fees are not going to be solved. They're still going to pay expensive fees. So it's going to be faster, but still going to be expensive. So we're going to just crush them on Pulse Chain.
Yeah. So speaking of Pulse Chain, I've been messing around a whole lot on Pulse Chain testnet. And first of all, PulseX is freaking awesome. Let me pull it up actually.
Yeah, go ahead. Let me take my down.
So there's been a whole lot. Richard's heart has been out and about a lot, out on the interwebs. He's been talking about a whole lot of things. He was talking to what was it? The Adam disappeared. I guess he'll be back whenever he reconnects. So I'll continue. Yeah, so he's been out and about talking about Pulse Chain a lot, giving the updates. It's really looking like we're getting very close. If you heard about the list, the list that I think when he was talking to, who was it? I think Hex Lion, or not Hex, it wasn't A-Bit, it was Patrick. Patrick was when T-Money was interviewing Richard the other night, and Patrick came on and asked him like what was left on the list until Pulse Chain launches, and there was only like 2 things, right? Remember?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I did see it. I think it caught Richard off guard a little bit, but what he say? The SAC balances were still needed to be fixed, and then what?
Yeah.
The AMM.
And the AMM mostly for Uniswap V3 because of the whole one-sided liquidity thing. I guess that makes it difficult for them to figure out their calculation or whatever it is that's happening with that AMM ratio fixer bot.
Yeah, that stuff is I am not a technical person at all. I follow more of the news and
right,
and stuff like that. So following dev stuff and tech stuff, it's over my head.
Yeah. So anyway, there's definitely a lot of activity though going on. He's talking about it a lot. He's tweeting about things a lot. He's just really active lately on Twitter and YouTube and with other stuff. So I think that's a good sign too. Also pointing towards him feeling like we're getting pretty close.
Too.
Yeah, definitely. So I see we got some Hexicans in the stream hanging out with us. Drewski, Mobius, Nathan Heaton. Just want to say hi to everyone real quick. Trillosaurus, Uncle Sam's Herb, love it. Hexpresso, and who else? Looks like that. I think I got everyone in the chat.
Trillosaurus,
people. Trillosaurus Hex. Oh yeah, how could I forget? Trillosaurus. Good to see you, man. Good to see everyone. So here on the screen you'll see I have PulseX pulled up, and this is on the testnet. Now Nathan, you're totally true. You're totally right. It really is clear that all the sacrifices that came in for very illiquid coins and all the stuff that was not on the list, basically the official list that we were all supposed to follow, people were still dumb and went and sacrificed what's like Hawk, Inu, like all that stupid bullshit, coins that have had supplies, whatever they do, when they switch the contract up and it's like V2 or it's like freaking they do so much stupid shit with those coins. So that if you sacrifice the first version of Hawk Inu, it might look like you sacrificed $4 billion worth of value based if you're looking at Etherscan, but that's just because the whole supply, there's no liquidity on it. You know what I mean? So.
And it goes the opposite way too, because I'm the idiot that did that when I sent in the Vulcan Forge that when they got hacked, when we got it
PYR, yeah.
And I didn't have enough Matic to swap it back into Hex.
Yep.
So even though it was worth like $14 a coin, Etherscan showed 0 value.
Yeah.
So I just sacrificed it, and now when I scroll through the sacrifice, that Vulcan Forge is down with all the shit coins showing zero value.
Yeah.
So there's I don't
Awesome.
think there's no fixing it.
So Nathan, you're totally right. I had some PYR at that time too. If you remember, I was smart enough to swap it into Hex, which took a couple extra steps, and I can understand why some people wouldn't want to do it and wouldn't want to mess with Matic, and you gotta be switch to Matic. But I did actually advocate for people to use Polygon and
Yeah,
buy Hex and everything on that during the sacrifice because it's all the same. And
exactly. You saved at that
I
time $50 at least.
yeah, it's literally you just getting you just sacrificing for dollar value. Yes, it was great. It was a great idea. It was like a kind of a group hive think type of thing that we all bought Hex to pump the price to sacrifice that. That was kind of a cool idea that came from Richard that everybody followed up on and definitely pumped the price pretty nicely during
Definitely.
but you didn't have to sacrifice Hex, but if you wanted to, you could still do it on the Polygon side because that has an effect on the overall price of Hex. When people buy it on Polygon and the price rises there, even though you can't stake it and everything, Hex.com doesn't work when you're connected to Polygon, but still, Nerd Girl, I was talking to her about it one time because I know she knows more about Polygon, and I don't really understand the layer 2 stuff as well as some people do. And I know she works with I think QuickSwap or something.
Yeah.
So, I was asking her about what is the deal with Hex on Polygon? It's a different contract address. So it's not the same Hex. And she was like, it's basically like Diet Hex or Hex Light or something. It's because you can't it's just like having the coin, and it's usually the price is usually matched up with Ethereum Hex. It's usually right around the same price. So you get the price action and stuff like that, but you can't do any of the stuff like stake or any of that.
That's the problem is when in our Discord server, when ETH was really expensive and people wanted to get Hex and a couple other altcoins, getting it on Matic was the only way to do it if you had $100 or $200 because you
right
over half of it swapping and sending. So it was, it's tough too using the bridge because even doing that, the bridge was $50. So
yeah,
no matter what you did, almost you got punished. So
if you're trying to get it back to Ethereum, back to the Ethereum chain, you're going to end up paying somewhere. You're going to pay the toll. It's just like if you're trying to get to Ulster County from Dutchess County, you're gonna have to cross a bridge. Like one way or another, if you want to get back over to one of those counties, you got to cross water and you got to pay a toll. So it's like the same thing if you're trying to bring Polygon coins that exist on Ethereum back over to Ethereum, you're gonna have to pay, or you just hold it on Polygon. Luckily for the sacrifice purpose, it was easy to just send it right in. I literally use the same address too on both sides, on Polygon and on Ethereum. So I combined it for my volume bonus multiplier. You know what I mean? So I sacrificed some Hex on Polygon from that PYR that I had sold, and then I sacrificed some other Hex on Ethereum that I was just holding or whatever, and got the total. The multiplier was configured based on my total from both of those chains. So that's, this is complicated stuff. And they got to, remember, they got to get those balances. The times have to be right based on UTC when it was done, because the multiplier changed, based on which day it was. And I know there was a big problem with SAC balances. Did you see that? A lot of people were complaining about the day being off.
I mean, you got to think how many. I know I was looking at my Pulse chain, and I think I sacrificed 8 different times.
Yeah.
So, there were how many 30, 40, 50,000 sacrificers, if not more, in probably doing multiple transactions. So, yeah, I can see why they're that.
It's complicated. You got to, the time has to be right on. And you have to credit it based on the multiplier and different chains. There's definitely a lot to consider. So, And then, he wants to get them right. He told people, if you want to connect with MetaMask on that SAC balance checker that they made, that tool that they made, if you want to use that, then you can actually file like a legitimate complaint via MetaMask. And so he wants to make sure that they're correct. And I have faith that they're, my balances are pretty close to correct already. Like, so, and honestly,
it's take a little time. And honestly, I was fortunate enough to be on a call with Richard and a couple clients in Funding Gym in Wales. And this was in mid-February. And he had said, we're still 60 days out. They had a couple of problems with on-ramp stuff. So, I was never under the impression that it was going to come out before April 25th-ish, around there. So, we're 3.5 weeks away from that date of when he told us on a call 60 days, which obviously 60 days is a meme, but, it's,
yeah.
we're now that it's, we're a month into, or a month and a half, then, 4 weeks, 5 weeks in versus, it's looking like a lot of the stuff that was an issue in February has been all taken care of. So, yeah. So what did you discover with the PulseX test net?
Okay.
How with it?
So first of all, this is I'm connected to the V2B test net, right? And there's a really easy way to connect to it. If you just, and I had my, if you go to Chrome or whatever you use with MetaMask, right? As long as you have that connected and whatnot, which I just did. And then you go to app.v2b.testnet.pulsex.com, right? And then you get to the site, and you'll be able to go up here and you'll hit connect wallet. And I already did that.
Is there a link for that anywhere? Because that it's not the easiest website to remember.
I don't know. I got it off of Twitter, I think. Let me see.
Okay.
So if actually I can show you where I got it from. Hold on.
Because that was quite a mouthful. The web that was.
Yeah, I know.
That's actually a good password.
If you just go to Richard's, you can see my Twitter right here, right now, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So if you just go down to go into Richard's page, scroll down a little ways, you'll see I'll get to it here. Here it is. So right here, this tweet, cool. And that's the link to what I just said. It's app.v2b.testnet.pulsex.com, right?
Perfect.
You click on that, it brings you to, and what's cool about it is when you do it that way, it brings you and it connects you to the PulseX site on testnet. And if you haven't connected to the testnet yet, with your MetaMask, if you haven't connected to the Pulse Chain V2B version of testnet, it will automatically connect. It'll ask you if you want to connect to that network and then switch to that network. I wish I had done it on screen so I could have showed everyone what it was, what it looked like when I did it. But basically, if you just go to that and you haven't connected to this version of testnet yet, you'll see it'll automatically all happen when you go to connect your wallet. So awesome. Let me go back to Chrome. So all right. Now, if you had, so I connected with the wallet that I sacrificed for PulseX for, right? My Pulse Chain sacrifices I did through Staker, so you can't use any of this stuff, not with those tokens at least. There's other places you can get testnet tokens. You can get them from, what's that one? I think it's freepulse.io. Yeah, freepulse.io's got a really cool faucet. Where you play games and you could do like casino games, and if the first time you connect, they give you a whole bunch of test pulse and whatnot. So you could do that. You could hit up the official faucet, which you can find all these things. If you just go to Richard Hart's Twitter, you scroll through, you'll find all the links eventually.
You said there's staking liquidity farming.
All right, so this is awesome, right? So when you go to PulseX, now I'm connected, and if you use the wallet that you sacrificed either to PulseChain or PulseX for, your PulseX will be in MetaMask, right? You just have to add the token, which I'm not going to go
Yeah.
through how to do that. Most people can figure that out. So if you, but it, you know, this is the trading. There's a trading tab and an earn tab, right? The trading tab brings you to either the exchange, which is here, and you can see, you know, if I want to do a little swapping, let's say I want to swap, you know, 1,000 Pulse for PulseX, right? I'd get 2,400, right? So we'll just do it.
And then all of us that either provide liquidity for that pair or just stake our PulseX, where we are going to get a portion of that fee if that was on mainnet, right?
Right. Exactly. So there's two. I'll show you the two different things. Well, actually, there's a bunch of different things. All right. So I just bought a little bit more PulseX with my test pulse. So let's see. If we go over to the liquidity, now you can't see my liquidity that I put in there right at the moment, because once you stake your liquidity pool tokens, you no longer see it in the liquidity window for whatever reason. I don't really understand it, but so if we do liquidity, right, I'll go through it though. If you want to add liquidity, right, go in, we'll pick Pulse, and then we'll also pick PulseX, right? Hey, anybody that's watching, share out on Twitter. Let's get some people in here, okay? And this is like, I've been having like a blast playing with this. So this is awesome. Like, so right, I want to add liquidity I want to add a PulseX liquidity pair, right, on testnet right here. So let's just say I want to add, we'll say 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Do I have that much? 10. I don't have that much right now. I have a whole bunch of, so we'll just do like 1 million. So we got 1 million Pulse, and the equivalent of that on this testnet right now is 2.5 million PulseX. So that would be the pool. It's about $1,860 worth of on each side, right? So we just hit supply, we hit convert. Here's the rates now. Here's the share of the pool, which determines your share, you know, how much in fees that you're going to get. Confirm supply, pop back over to MetaMask, confirm, and then see. And then the good thing about when you do these things, as you can see, when I bought PulseX a little while ago, it gave me the option to add PulseX to my MetaMask. Now, PLP is the PulseX liquidity pair, liquidity pool token. Sorry, the LP token. All right, so that is now done. So now if we go back over to the liquidity page, now here it shows my liquidity, right? Here's my, and that's the amount I have, what, 1.5 million LP tokens, which we can actually see in MetaMask, right? If we go to the tokens, hold on.
Assets there. There you go.
Oh, so I didn't add any of the stuff yet. So I actually should add that. Hold on. So anyway, that's really cool, right? So the PLP is that liquidity token. But if you want, instead of doing liquidity this way, you can also not pool. You
This
can go
farm.
to the farms part, right? And you can farm it. Now, this shit is all new to me. I have never done this on like Binance. I know a lot of people do this on Binance Smart Chain. And I guess I'm sure you can do it on like Polygon and all that. I've never done it. So
we were talking about it in the Discord the other day about, because a couple of the guys they were really playing around with it and kind of understand how this stuff works. And the best thing it sounded like to do was if you have ERC20s that you know you're getting your copy of, like for example, I know I have some super farm. I have Anchor and a couple other, I have some Hex. Those are all going to get copied onto Pulse Chain. So whatever bag of ERC20s you have the most of, once the fork happens, consolidate all of the PRC20s into the bag you have the most of, and then provide liquidity with that pair. So for me, it's going to be Super Farm, and I'll provide liquidity with Super Farm and PulseX, because that versus swapping your coins or whatever, trade up for the biggest bag you have, and then provide the liquidity with PulseX. And then that seemed to be the best strategy.
That's definitely seems like a good strategy. So in here, if you have a PulseX pair, liquidity pair, you can earn it's just called incentive token right now. So just from that, and I can stake the liquidity, the LP token, and I already have a bunch of it staked. Like, you look over here, I have like, what is that, 30 or 3 million? Yeah, it's like 3 million of the LP tokens. It says it's worth $7,400 in the testnet money. So, but I can change this if I wanted to use all of it. So it means I have another 1.5 million LP tokens. So I'm just staking those now.
Now, does it say the yield for those, or is this all just speculative?
Yes, I mean, it is. I guess it's based on like the people are using it right now. So let me see.
So if it was live, based on what everyone's doing right now, if it was live, these would be the rates.
I guess so. Yeah. So I have. Oh, so that probably just harvested that. So I noticed when you like add to your pools and stuff, like it harvests whatever you had accumulated already at that rate.
Yeah.
Based on whatever you had before. So anyway, yeah. So that's the farming thing.
What about the pools there?
The pools is where this has been the most, what seems to me to be the most lucrative thing here. Now this has got a 40% APR, and you're earning that PRT, which is like party token or something. It's just like I guess probably a placeholder.
The rewards coin, right?
Yeah. So this is now if you just stake PulseX, this is staking PulseX right here, right? So if you just you pull that down.
This is for people probably that don't have many ERC20s or that are going to get copied over, that sacrifice for PulseX only. So you get your bag of PulseX, you're probably going to want to put it into this pool.
If this is at all indicative of what it's going to really be like, so I have it right here. I think there's a max right now. There's a max where you can only put 10 million into this PulseX pool, right? That's like the max that any user can put in. So I have the max in there. I have 10 million PulseX staked in there in the pool, which currently in the testnet version says it's worth $7,400. And in the last like 24 hours that I've been, and this says that it ends in 6 days. I don't understand this. I don't know what the deal is with this time thing, this like 6-day thing, and whatever this pool is.
They probably just reset them once a week or every 10 days. I'm assuming.
Yeah, something like that. So I've had 10 million staked for about 24 hours, and I've earned 447 PRT tokens, which is in the test net right now worth $430. So for staking $7,300 worth of PulseX for 24 hours, I've earned $400 something.
Wow. You probably got almost 500,000 coins then.
Dude, that's crazy. So I mean, that's 10 million PulseX stake right there.
Wow.
And that's so yeah. I mean,
is it? I heard that the reward, like the right when this launches, the rewards are going to be the highest right at the beginning, and then they're going to start
right.
to
That's
drift
why,
down.
like, this is why I'm saying I advocate that everyone does what I'm doing right here. Get hooked up to the test net, right? Get set up, get your I say connect right with the wallet you sacrificed from if possible. It's fun, it's really cool. And I think, I love the look for PulseX. I think it looks great.
Yeah.
It's
sharp
just
looking.
yeah, it's sharp, it's slick, it's clean, it's dark, which I like dark mode and everything if I can have it. But
You know what it
gives you
reminds me of?
What?
Saucer Swap.
Ah, yeah. It does look a little bit like Saucer Swap, actually. So let's look right now.
Just the colors. With the neon green.
It is. Look at that. That's funny. It is a little like that. Where is the Saucer Swap is not live yet. That's right.
No, the NFTs are the pre-sale. So instead of a standard pre-sale where whales can come in and come in and do things, with this right here with the NFTs, it's completely open. I've been in the Discord listening to the guys that started it, and they seem to be very very honest people.
Nice. Yeah, I like it so far. I think it's really cool. I have not been hitting up the faucet as often as I can. Like, you can do it every 8 hours, and I've actually started if you look on my phone right now, I have a timer, and there's a timer going, and it's 48 minutes left until I can hit up the faucet again. So, hey, what's up, Lindsay?
Hey guys. I was like, oh man, I was trying to sneak into the green room and I got busted. I'm here to crash the party. You guys are talking swap and I got excited.
Bro, is the stream lagging? Is that what you mean by is something going on?
Yeah, probably. I don't know why. Oh, I'm gonna turn off my
Who's buffering?
I just saw Drew commented buffering, so I don't know if there's something going on with the broadcast or not.
Hey, Drewski.
Oh, we are buffering. Is it back?
It's okay now. Okay, good.
Well, at least we have like 5 minutes of footage of us going. Are we still lagging? We could just end it.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right. Let me throw this. Can I throw this PulseX back up for a sec?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Oops, hold on. There we go. Okay, so I had but I think the reason, a good reason to go on and test this all out. And I'm not usually someone who would probably go do this, but I'm like so excited by all this stuff that I just wanted to check it out. And it's really cool because you can see if you use the wallet, you can see your the balances, and then you can play around with those tokens in the actual amounts that you're going to be playing around with in real life when it launches. So, but it's really cool because I had no idea about any of this. Like, I didn't know how it was going to work. I didn't know how the pools were going to work. I didn't know how the what's it called? The where is it? The farms were going to work. I'm not familiar with any of this stuff. So it's good to be able to mess around with it and just be familiar with it, familiarize with yourself with what you're going to be looking at when it actually launches. So you're not taken by surprise, because it's really cool, man. There's really a lot of good options in here. But I don't think it's so much where it's overwhelming. Like when I try to go look at this kind of stuff on any other, on Binance, there's just so many. It's like option paralysis, man. There's so many things that you can do, and I'm sure there will be the same on Pulse Chain eventually. But I'm just gonna stick with the known, tried and true stuff for now.
Yeah,
I was actually really surprised with Gnosis Safe going through the the back end of Staker going.
Yes.
I was like, wow, there's a whole new world back here.
Oh man, yeah, it is. And I wish I could go through it with you guys from scratch. Like, but I was thinking about like just deleting my Gnosis Safe app and then just redoing it all like on stream, like from the start to see if I could recreate what I did. I don't know, like I don't know what, I don't remember, setting it up. Like when I set it up probably over a year ago. So I don't know what, I don't remember the steps, like how it went down, but I'm pretty sure it sounds like you're doing it the right way, but I don't know why it says that read only thing in the,
I'm not sure.
I think that I have the wrong, I think I created the safe with the wrong address, because when you create the new MetaMask for it, you're not seeing your staker app address anymore.
Right.
You're seeing your MetaMask address.
You're seeing your owner key is what you're seeing. That's
Yep.
the owner key that controls the Gnosis Safe.
Yes. So for the owner, I have the wrong owner key in there. So now I'm trying to figure out how to switch the owner key, or do I have to just delete the safe?
Well, when you first added the safe, did you put it, and it asks you for the safe address? Did you put, because at that point you put the staker address in first, like the one that you're used to using?
Yes.
From staker app. And then I think later on you add the owner key. But I do remember adding that, like using the staker seed words like early on in the process when I was setting it up. So maybe there was a part of that.
Yeah, no worries. I recorded myself so that I could see if I did something wrong, what I did. So
it won't find MetaMask for some reason.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, that's weird.
It says no stakes, but it's connected, but it won't find the stakes. Sorry, not MetaMask. It won't find the stakes. It says connected in this in on the top of the safe wallet to the MetaMask to the key, and then when you try to add the owner key, it shows up as the MetaMask wallet. But when you try to add the same words, it says you can't add the same words to the same words you use to create the wallet.
I see. Huh. Okay.
Maybe it's different on mobile because the way you did it is not available. But
yeah, I'm gonna have to see the, like from the initial setup what it looks like again.
Yeah.
I'll send actually I have some editing to do for privacy and security reasons, but I will send you over the edited copy of the video so you can see like what I did.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah. That's what teams are for, right? Troubleshooting and helping and getting it done. Thanks.
Absolutely.
I appreciate
Mobius, yeah, totally. The impermanent loss thing. So I still don't understand the impermanent loss because like when you provide liquidity, right? You end up with, I understand how you end up with the token that's worth less. Well, or whatever.
It's basically the price of the coins changing during the trade. So the difference in there, somebody can trade in between you. It's but I heard there's stuff on here to help prevent that. You don't you can provide tiny amounts of liquidity to this and you're not going to get crushed. Whereas in other pools, you have to provide thousands of dollars or else.
Right.
So I'm not too sure. Honestly, I'm not too sure about it, but I heard that it was a lot less riskier for a permanent loss with PulseX, but it definitely is something you do have to look out for.
So, but doesn't your pool maintain the same like dollar value or something, or it doesn't? That's what I don't understand, because like you provide a certain amount of liquidity and it's like a certain dollar value on each side. Well, unless you're using V3, which then you can do it like, imbalanced. But so that's what I don't understand, because like you're starting with a certain amount on each side, but why would you end up with like with less somehow? Yeah.
By the time the price goes through, you can and say on a theory, it takes 10 minutes to do a swap and the price tanks 60 cents real quick. It wicks down real quick. Somebody somebody's taking that loss there. So somebody comes in and basically trades against in between you, I guess, or around you. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, I definitely don't. I guess you have to just see it to understand it, like see it happen to understand it. Because I kind of get it, but I also kind of don't.
I need to walk through it from the start. Like I need to break it down to nuts and bolts and start putting my hands on.
Yeah, what Nathan
Really?
said here, yeah. When whales come and pump and dump the price and the price swings up, they can come in and trade. They can come in and trade in between you, I believe. I'm not exactly sure.
I'm so confused. Let's see what Mobius says. The way you lose if one token runs hard, you are left with more of the other side, and the price is a ratio between the two. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So if the price of one of the coins moves real quick, it tilts the balance.
I'm just gonna have to see it because I still don't get it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Once you play around with it, and I think it's probably too for pairs that have a lot less liquidity. So if you're providing to a pool with a lot of liquidity, I don't think you're at nearly at much of a risk. Whereas if you're providing liquidity for like PulseX and Vulcan Forged on Pulse Chain, where you're like one of 3 people providing liquidity, that's where you can, a whale comes in and can screw you. But if you're in providing in pools that have, hundreds of millions of dollars, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I'm not sure, but yeah, we'll see. We'll play around with it and we'll make the mistakes we need to, and then we'll be able to let people know, this is what you do. This is how you lose money.
Yep. So here's the buy and burn thing too, which I know some people have covered it, and I don't fully understand what's going on with this either. But I suppose
you can voluntarily burn coins if you want.
Right. I see, and so you can pick a pair, and I guess this is what we're burning. I don't really. So it says the USD value is $1.33. But what is this bounty? Is 1.79 PulseX. I don't know. So look, I'll just burn it, and we'll burn some test PulseX. There we go.
Burn some, baby.
Burn.
Let's see if it disappears.
It costs them a permanent loss.
I guess when the transaction goes through, we'll see this disappear, maybe. I don't really get it, but
yeah,
tokens are the risky. Moby here. I'll put up what Mobius is saying.
People are happy about it. I know that people are definitely happy about this buy and burn function. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Bounty, you get paid for running the contract. Oh wow, cool.
Look at that. There you go. So a generous whale could just come in and make a crazy swing trade and then just burn it.
I guess so. I don't know. It didn't go through. I don't see it happening. I don't think it's.
See, this is what happens when you got a bunch of noobs using a test net.
Right. Well, that's why you do it, man. It's just
exactly. It's good.
Just fun.
This is what we're all gonna be, struggling with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to burn this, and it's not working.
Do you have select LPs to buy? I
did. I selected. I selected that one there.
Burn.
When I selected that, I did. I've done this. This will be the 3rd time now that I've done this. So.
Well, in 2 minutes, watch, all your coins are going to be gone.
Yeah. Trial and error. That's right.
Well, at least it's maybe that was one of the things Richard said was not working right. The buy and burn had some issues.
Yeah, probably.
I don't. That rings. It rings a bell. I don't know though. Maybe we're just,
Maybe
Noobs.
That's cool. I like it.
Yeah.
I enjoy messing around with this.
Are people still
Testnet.
sacrificing? Because I heard Richard on the stream say, "Do not sacrifice for Pulse Chain," but the
Oh
rate.
yeah, for Pulse Chain for sure. Oh, that's gone. So it must have worked.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
after I refreshed,
Mobius,
it's gone.
Mobius let us know that we need to hit the refresh button.
Yeah. Yes, Nathan, this is all uncharted waters. It's true.
Yeah, thanks for that reminding that, Nathan. This isn't like Brian doesn't know what he's doing. Like nobody like doesn't even, you know.
I actually don't know what I'm doing. I'm just messing around.
Before the stream,
Well,
I told him I wasn't gonna do it because I had no clue what I'd be doing.
Let's see what else I can buy. Let's see. So I can get let's buy some Hex.
There you go.
All right, let's see. I got 90. What is that? 900, almost a million pulse that I can use. So let's just do.
Where's Mel Pony to get a price check on Hex and see if you can pump it on the testnet?
Yeah, right. So I'm gonna buy almost $1,000 worth of Hex with my 500,000 test pulse right here.
Wait, Hex is worth more than $1?
Oh yeah, Hex is worth. Let's look.
Wow,
Hold on.
it's worth almost $2.
Woo-hoo.
So Hex is one Hex. Yeah, $1.80.
Oh, nice, dude. That's
It's $1.80 per Hex token, bro. I love it.
Mobius, I actually when I buy my altcoins, I stopped using Coinbase Wallet and Uniswap because the fees were so much. So I get everything on Binance Smart Chain just through MetaMask there, and I use Atomic or Trust Wallet to swap from Binance to Smart Chain and then send it to MetaMask, and you can buy 95% of the altcoins out there on Binance Smart Chain and pay 70 cents a swap and same liquidity, same price. It's so much better than Ethereum. It's unbelievable.
So look at Pulse though. Pulse is what is that?
Well,
1, 2, a 10. Yeah, I don't know what that is. A thousandth of a penny.
Well, 0.01 is a penny, so 0.001 is a tenth of a penny.
A tenth of a penny. A tenth of a penny is that would be a pretty amazing price.
Tenths of a penny for 6 months.
I would be happy with this price right here.
Yeah,
I think that would be a pretty good price.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
But let's go back to buying $1,000 worth of Hex.
Let's see. Let's check. Hex is 19 cents.
19 cents.
I remember the first time it hit 19 cents. It was really exciting.
Be a bug in the test net. Your transactions seem to be pumping up. Uniswap 5.
All right, I added Hex to my Pulse, to my wallet. Let's look and see. I think it's done.
There, it's got to be. But there it is. Look at that.
There's my 500 Hex.
There you go.
Nice.
I just bought my 500 Hex. I got my 106 party tokens from staking PulseX, and I still have.
It looks just like you're using Ethereum, just like you're using Binance. I mean, it's so easy to use. In MetaMask there, that's great. And then what Richard's making a new MetaMask, right? A better one.
He has alluded to the fact that he is working on a wallet or trying to hire devs to build a new wallet. So that's pretty cool too.
I got really excited when I heard that. Like, what an amazing ecosystem he is creating for us.
It is pretty awesome. The vertical not integration, but whatever the word is. What's the evolution? It's like, it's just like this everything, it's gonna we have Pulse Chain, PulseX is the DEX, we have all these other things going on.
All the new Hedron coming, What's that? I can't even keep up.
Mintra is like the NFT thing that Gerardo's doing.
Yep.
You got liquid loans going on, whatever they're doing. There's just a lot. There's a lot going on.
Yeah. So, yeah, there was another, what was his name? He was from, I want to say coinlinks.io. T-Money was interviewing him today down from Miami, and he's going to be at PulseCon, and he basically runs a site like Nomics, and he doesn't take any money from anybody. He puts coins up at his own discretion, and it was here, let me see. I'll actually pull the site up real quick. Let me share my
Yeah, pull it up.
Ooh, I trust.
Yeah, Kira. Oh, Maximus. Yeah, Mobius. Maximus looks kind of cool. It's like I think it's the guy that does the dip. What is it called? I forget. I think he makes like this bot or something
I
that
can't find
finds
it.
dips. Anyway, the Maximus thing is like it's something having to do with like a max length hex stake pool or something like that. Did you guys see that Maximus thing? It's like Maximus DAO or something like that.
No,
Mm-mm.
no,
That's another thing that's
I can't find
happening.
it. But oh well. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that text is. I think it's a good segue into something else we wanted to talk about tonight, which is I Trust Capital. And we were talking about this earlier, before we got on stream, and I saw this in 2019 and wasn't too sure about it, and looked into it. I did some research, talked to these guys, and I ended up moving. I have a Roth IRA that I had since I've been 15 years old, and you could only contribute, say six or $6,500, $6,500 a year after tax, to your Roth. And I had it with a financial advisor, and I'd meet with him every couple of years, and he'd sit down and tell me we need to diversify. There's this brand new, this great real estate fund, or this, small cap equities fund, or this great new tech fund, and just kept selling me on this new stuff. And I didn't know what was going on behind the scenes until another Hexakin, who's a financial advisor, let me know. And so every time he had opened up a new fund for me to diversify, he was taking another percent from me. So I ended up being in 14 different accounts in my IRA. So he was taking 14% from me right off the bat. And they were averaging 10, 12. Last year was the best year of all time. With the money I had left in there, I got 29%. And I moved 2/3 of it into this I Trust Capital crypto IRA in October of 2020. And it's more than doubled up since then. And it's completely tax-free. So if you have an existing IRA, you can transfer it over into an iTrust account. You call them up and they send you paperwork. You send it to whoever you have your IRA with, and they can send it over, transfer it, and then you can move it into crypto. And there are zero IRAs out there, mutual funds, 401ks, anything that compares to what you will get in this right here. Because they have, let's see, this is the list of assets that they have on here to buy. The Axie Infinity, Decentraland, Avalanche, Polygon, Tezos. Here's the whole full list. So these are all the coins you can buy on there. And this is tax-free trading, because there's a limit of how much you can put in per year. So once you have your account, you don't ever have to pay tax on any of this. So, the list of coins, they also have gold and silver.
And what is it? Isn't the you can put gold and silver into this at the same time as your crypto?
You can buy gold. You can buy gold and silver. Yup. And they store it in a secure location. So if you go and buy an ounce of gold, there's an ounce of gold sitting in a vault that's yours. Yep.
You can do that in conjunction with the crypto. You can
Yep,
combine
yeah, you
gold,
can,
silver, and crypto.
yeah, if you want to take profits if a coin pumps, like whatever, say you caught this Solana 10% pump, and you know you made $1,000. You sell it, you pay your 1% fee, and then you could buy, you know, $800 in silver.
I mean, I'd rather buy Hex with it, but
Yeah, unfortunately, that you got to talk to John Wick in the Hex community about getting Hex into an IRA. That's a whole different beast.
oh, does he actually know a way to do that?
Yeah, oh yeah, there's a way of doing it, but
Really?
it's complicated. Yeah, but yep.
Well, I guess they got the Hex Trust now from the
Mhm.
the Mountain Crypto guys.
Yep.
Hey guys.
So, you know, just imagine, you know, if you know you have your 401k with your office, you know, you're getting 7-8% a year.
If you're lucky, you're getting 7-8%.
Yeah, if you could take that money now and buy Chainlink at $17, ETH at 3,400, you know, Stellar at 23 cents. XRP is on here, but it's just delisted right now.
Didn't you say it's only a 10% tax or something on each trade or
no, it's a 1% fee.
1% fee, not 10%. That's what I meant.
So if you buy $1,000, your fee is $10.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
Tomorrow, you go and buy Sushi Swap. You buy $1,000 worth. You pay a $10 fee, and it pumps 8%. You just netted 7% on that. You go or 6% because you sell it again, another 1% fee. But you know you can trade, and it's tax free. But you know this is long term thinking. You can't touch an IRA until you're 59. So
right.
So you know what are these coins going to be worth in 20 years from now? You know, it's crazy to think about. And even if they go, you know, these coins don't survive, you catch the pumps and you sell out of them before the bear market comes, and then you reinvest into the next batch of best coins on here for the next run. And you
I can't believe they have Dogecoin in there.
And they have Shiba too, yeah.
Shiba's in there too?
Yeah. Axie Infinity, Decentraland, Avalanche, Polkadot, EOS, Stellar.
Well,
yeah,
those I understand, but I don't understand how Shib and Doge are in there. But that's funny.
Know, it's funny. Some of a client I work with who does very well for himself. You know, he knows probably the least about crypto out of anybody, and he was told about Shiba Inu by a couple people that he rubs shoulders with. So it's interesting. The people I hear stuff about SHIB is coming from very, very high levels, which is very interesting to me. So, and the fact that it's listed on here, I mean, it just seems like something is going on that we don't know about.
I'm not buying it.
I don't own any of it, but it's just, you know, when you hear people that are on that level talking about Shiba, they just got out of a meeting, talk with Shiba Inu people. It's just, you know, something's going on.
Yo, let's check out this. Let me show you this Maximus thing real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's pretty cool.
Sorry. One more thing before we get off. So the reason I brought this up is because it was a $5,000 minimum to start an account. They just dropped it down to $1,000 to start an account, and you can then make $500 deposits, which they used to be $1,000 limits on here. So you can start an account with $1,000 and you're good to go.
And that's just starting one from scratch. You can also roll over an existing 401k or IRA into it, right?
Yep, exactly.
That's like the best way to do it, I think, right? Probably is to just roll over something that already exists. If you have something that from a job that you just ended, and then you can roll it over into that if you want.
Yep, 100%. Or even say for your kids, if you want to start an IRA for your kids, you know, you put $1,000 into here. And I mean, again, what's ETH can be worth in 10 years? You know, that $1,000 is going to do a lot.
Yeah,
you know?
Pretty cool.
Yeah. So, you know, I just wanted, and then also they have a referral code where if you start an account, you get $100 in Bitcoin. So you put $1,000 in, you get 100 free. You know, it's almost like it costs it's a really good deal right now.
Yeah, I like it.
So yeah, wanted to just bring that up for everybody, just let people know that weren't familiar with this, because I use it myself and it's unbelievable. I mean, I don't like to shill a lot, but this is something that, you know, for people that don't know about it and have the ability to transfer into it, it's life changing.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I was thinking about doing that too.
Yeah, yeah. Their Twitter here just talking about how they lowered the oh Jesus, sorry, they lowered the contribution rate, and then $500 transactions, which is awesome. And they're an American company out of Los Angeles too, so they're not out of, like, you know, Estonia or somewhere. They're in America.
That's awesome. I like it. I would use it.
Yeah.
I think I was considering it because when I just changed jobs, I had a very tiny, 1 year, I think 1 year worth of contributions to a 401k, but I ended up doing something different with that.
Yeah.
So, but here, check this out. This is that.
Yeah.
And Mobius just mentioned this in the chat, which was this Maximus thing. So this is created by a Hexagon, by a member of the community. I think it's the guy who made, I don't know if you've ever seen him on Twitter. He made the dip catcher bot or something like that. He's been around for a long time. He's been around longer than I have. So anyway, this is what it is like. But let's hold on. Let me see if I can. I want to get to the. Hold on. Sorry, I'm just visiting this for the first time.
It's all right. We're noobs.
Yeah, that's right.
Still a newbie in here.
Here we go. This is what I wanted. All right, so this is what it is. So it's a smart contract for trustless pooling of a max length hex stake, I guess is what that was supposed to say. 100% of the maxi token supply is generated during a one-time minting phase, where anyone may choose to mint one maxi per hex pledged to the Maximus contract. Once the minting phase ends, the smart contract will execute a single 5555-day stake with all the hex used to mint maxi. Once the stake has ended, users may redeem their portion of the hex stake principal and earn trust. Oh, that's really cool. So that's like a pooled, it's just like a pooled stake. It's a smart contract that makes a giant freaking pool out of a giant max length hex stake.
Like it creates so you're not giving your hex up, or you are.
So let's see.
Like, do you claim it, or do you have to actually like sacrifice hex?
Let's see. So hold on. I can't make sense of that graphic. Instant liquidity. When you stake your hex, you can't access those funds until the stake ends without paying a penalty. But what if you absolutely need to, or maybe you would like to cash in on some or all of your earned interest to buy something you want? Maximus gives you optionality. Let's say you minted Maxi and it's year 5 of the Maximus 15.2 year max length stake. If you had staked on your own due to the early end stake penalty, you would be able to withdraw $0 of your funds. With Maximus, you're able to sell Maxi, now worth 5 years more of interest on decentralized exchanges. Interesting. If everyone who understood T-shares had the ability, they would choose to stake their hex 555. Yeah, true. Hedron has helped with this too. You know, like with like I've made 2 Quattro Cinco stakes with HSI stakes with Hedron now. Yeah. And it's cool because like I don't feel, you know, it feels less risky now, because at any point in time I can tokenize that and sell it at whatever its current value is, you know, on like OpenSea. That's kind of cool, man. You know, that's like
Hedron has leveled out. I think it's bottomed out now. It's starting to slowly climb back up.
Yeah, let's look at Hedron actually. We'll look at that when we're done looking at this. So this is really cool though. I definitely am I'm gonna pay attention to this.
So one hex is one hex.
Yeah.
So
So that's for the minting phase. So they're talking about the minting phase,
okay.
right? So I'm gonna do this mint thing, right? I'm gonna do this.
Is it live right now, the minting, or
It's
is that
not. It's
okay?
just
So,
it's live on Pulse Chain. See,
okay,
so
so it's a new project. Gotcha.
when you go to the mint section of the website, it tells you can connect MetaMask, and you got to get the Pulse Chain testnet. This is another cool place where you can get the Pulse Chain loaded testnet loaded onto your into your MetaMask pretty easily, rather than typing in all the numbers and stuff and the RPC or whatever. So let's see. Let's connect MetaMask to this. Has experienced an error. Okay. Looks like it worked because I have five. There's my 525 test hex that I bought a little while ago, right? So there it is. So now I can mint Maxi. Let's see if it's.
So you got your 525 hex, right?
Yeah, 525. All right, let's approve that. We are approving 525 hex.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll be able to mint 525 Maxi. All right, look at that. So there it is. Approved it. Now I can mint it. All these cost literally nothing.
What are they?
Fee.
How many zeros in front of there?
Look at that. That's 3 zeros in front of that test pulse. So this is costing very little.
You have to do 100 transactions to be at 0.1. So 1,000
awesome.
transactions to be at 1 pulse.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So look, my hex is now gone. It's in this.
Yeah, that's
in this contract.
Was. Yeah, because for each hex you redeem it for 1 maxi 1-to-1.
Yeah.
So you should get a maxi pad in the mail within a week. Is that what it said?
Yeah, dude. I kept thinking that, man. I was trying not to go there. But really cool though. This is like a really cool thing to check out. I'm gonna definitely on this.
I'll be when I get my hex on Pulse, my liquid hex, I'll definitely mint a couple just to play around with it.
Yep. So let's see. Yep. There it is. There's my 525 maxi. There it is. Nice. So I got no hex left. I put all my hex into this friggin' maxi contract. Here I am doing degen activities already on test net. Look at me.
There you go.
Over here. I got party tokens. I got maxi tokens.
Gotta get your liquid loans.
Yeah, I didn't even like collateralize any of this shit yet. What am I thinking?
Yeah, I didn't. I missed the liquid loan sacrifice. I just didn't have time to.
Yeah, I missed it on purpose.
Yeah. No one I knew was really.
I wasn't feeling that. I mean, I know God will sacrifice to liquid loans, but I don't care.
I don't know anything really about it, good or bad. So I don't want to say anything negative about it when I honestly don't know.
No, I mean, I'm not against it, but I like the same things that we've talked about before. It's like, it's existed. Oh, Liquidity is getting added to Gemini. I noticed that the other day. They're adding Liquidity and they're adding LUSD, the Liquidity stable coin that they use. So I guess, Liquid Loans is going to use, what is it? What's that stable coin that Liquid Loans is using? You remember?
USDL.
USDL, right. Thanks. So there already is a LUSD, which is the Liquidity stable coin. Anyway, that stuff's getting added to Gemini. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
So, but anyway,
Gemini,
like
Gemini
Liquidity,
so many coins now. It's they're just
Gemini has got all kinds of weird coins that they list. Where I'm like, I've never heard of like any of them.
Yeah, seriously, they do have some weird stuff. but you know, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, this is one thing that I'm waiting for though, the Flare airdrop. That they're going live. So anyone that's not familiar, we were talking a little bit about about Sologenic and XRP and the XRPL. Flare Networks is basically the Polkadot of the XRP ledger. So they're all about interoperability, and
What does that mean? What does Polkadot do? I don't know anything about Polkadot.
Polkadot is going to basically be able to communicate with all the different blockchains. So if you develop on Polkadot, the parachains will be able to communicate with other blockchains.
How long has Polkadot been around?
Polkadot, I mean, Gavin Wood, one of the original founders of Ethereum, split up and started it. But they've been around for years. But they're finally now they just had all their the auctions for the parachains and Kusama. So we should be hearing in the next probably, I would say by summertime, a lot about Polkadot.
Really?
Yeah, that's definitely a coin that is going to be, I think, pretty big in the future. Because all this whole this stuff with like Avalanche and Solana being stuck on the one chain like that, it's tough. The bridges, look at this last Ronin bridge on Axie that just got hacked for $600 million. The bridges are the problem. So having all these individual chains, it's not sustainable. So they need. That's why I really like Quant too, because their Hyperledger is going to be. Basically, we'll be able to talk to all of the blockchains underneath it, all the ERC20s, BNB20s, BSC20s, all of the coins. And then that's where we're moving. And Flare is kind of doing the same thing.
Sorry. What's their native token again? Is that Songbird?
No. So it's the Spark token is Flare's token.
Songbird. Oh, that's right.
Songbird is an NFT market on the XRP ledger, and we are going to get the airdrop for the Spark token. We're still waiting for it. Everyone that held XRP in an exchange or their ledger that's self-claimed and is available is qualified to get the airdrop from December 12th, 2020 or January 2021, whenever the snapshot was. You'll get all your Spark tokens and all your Songbird tokens in whenever this goes live. So like my iTrust Capital account, I have XRP. So they're underneath it. It says your Flare and how many Spark tokens I'm expected to get. So once it goes live, the airdrop will come, but it's over like a 2 or 3 year process. So this is going to be, I think, pretty big with what they're trying to do here. So basically, you're gonna take your coins that you have right now and on the native blockchain and basically bridge them onto the Flare network and then turn them into F assets. So if you have Litecoin, for example, you bridge it over and then you have your Flare Litecoin and it's just 1,000 times faster. So it's really cool. I'm not going to go through it all, but for anyone that held XRP, because a lot of us that in our Discord.
But what are you doing when you do that? When you bridge it over, are you depositing it into something? Like, are you depositing your whatever into?
So they have all kinds of pools that you can delegate your coins into and earn yield. So my Songbird right now that I have, I wrapped it on the Bifrost, I don't know how you pronounce it, on there. So I sent it into that wallet, wrapped it, and then delegated it to 2 pools, and I'm earning like 50 or 60 Songbird a week in interest. So I think that's what they're gonna try to do here is bridge the assets over to the Flare network, and then you'll be able to take them there and delegate and provide liquidity. Pretty much the same thing as PulseX. but just in a different ecosystem.
All right, that sounds pretty cool. What's
Yeah.
Drewski talking about with airdrop?
Solo, yeah, Solo. Their airdrop. So the one in December
Yeah.
that we did, Uphold did one separately, and
they just did it.
That they just dropped, yeah, and also I think Bitmart did one. There was a bunch of different places that did the airdrop.
What is Solo's price looking like right now?
I think it pumped a little today. I think it's like 38 cents.
I thought it was up to like 35 cents. Yeah.
Let's see.
What is my
35? Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I thought it was up a little higher again. No, I guess not. But yeah, I mean that's what happens when you have a doubling of the supply.
Yeah, totally.
You know, I mean, what the snapshot was December 15th, right here, and then everyone just dumped it. But now this is the perfect time to accumulate. If you see charts out there, if you're looking at an altcoin or a lot of these metaverse coins, these crypto gaming coins, some of these altcoins that have low market caps, if you see charts like this is where you buy, right down in here. And eventually we're gonna have another run up. I mean, it's only a matter of time. They got so much going on with Sologenics that this was just unnatural here, but it will eventually come all the way back to its all-time high. So if you buying Solo at 35 cents, if you do that in the Zoom wallet, you will start getting the Coreum airdrop for the next 8 months or whatever, and that Coreum is worth like 60 cents, I think, right now.
Yeah.
Oh, you got 8 Solo. That's funny, Drewski.
Hey,
look
dude,
at this.
It's better than none.
That's right. This is my watch list on Novix. I'm watching XRP, Hex, Stellar, HBAR, Hedron, and Solo.
It's here. Oh, nice.
That's a pretty decent watch list, right?
Oh yeah.
Hedron 302. And I think 5 zeros. Yeah, so yeah, that's definitely let's see what it's looking like though.
You don't have Coreum on there? You're getting the airdrop, aren't you?
Yeah, I already started getting it. Yeah, I should put that on there actually. Let me see.
Because we should be getting this next month's coming up any week now.
Oh, I think the problem is it's not. I don't think it's. Oh, maybe it is.
Yeah,
there it is.
Yeah.
No, this is not. This is not right.
No, it's not. So that's the problem.
It's not on there.
That's the thing. Nomics is great, but there's not one site that is honest that has everything.
Nope. But you can do the portfolio thing on Nomics now. Look, see it over here?
Oh yeah.
You can add like amounts of all your things on your watch list.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people use like like the Coin Market Cap app and whatnot for that kind of thing, but Coin Gecko. But yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, I still use Nomics, even though they fucked up the Hex supply thing. That was stupid, but
yeah. So Hedron, Brian, if you want to explain, Brian knows, he's the pro with Hedron. I still cannot figure out how to mint my Hedron from my staker app. I did it from hex.com, but I am just about to give up.
What are you trying to do, a wild SJ? Are you trying to just claim your Hedron or mint it, or what are you trying to do?
Just trying to wrap your brain around it like we did Hex.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Brian, if you want to just in general, just tell you what it is, basically.
Listen, do you hear?
Is that your Hedron timer or Hedron timer?
That's my sauce timer. It's time to hit up the sauce faucet.
You got 47 minutes.
No, not me. I'm ready to do it now.
Oh, well, you can go reset from 4 a.m. to noon, from 12 to 8, and then 8 to 4 it goes.
What? It's not active all the time?
No, it's 20. You can do it 3 times a day, every 8 hours.
I'm gonna do it right now.
So at 4:01 a.m. you can do it again, and then 12:01 noon the next day, and then 8:01 p.m.
Yo, I was trying to freaking swap XLM to XRPs. I wanted to buy some more solo earlier. Oh yeah, Mobius. Yeah, David Feeder's video is great. That is what I did that first, and that's the first way that I did it.
Yeah.
There's a way to. I was trying to explain a way to use the Gnosis app on the last stream. I hope I explained it like not completely stupidly, but I know it's not as
great. You walked me right through it.
It's awesome.
well. It's still pretty hard to do though, like to set up the Gnosis thing the right way, you know.
Yeah, I just
So
if you want to come and talk Hedron with me sometime, we'll go through like what it is and what it does and what it's for. We can stream on that one sometime if you're up for that.
Definitely.
Yeah. And we've been talking about Sologenics now for a while, because Brian and I we found it back when it was under $1, and
Yes.
we just saw what they're trying to do, the fact that they're tied in with XRP. So if XRP Ripple, I don't like his XRP Ripple gets clarity, they have an advantage over the market. If they pull off what they're trying to do, it's going to be a game changer. So we just think it's crazy to not have a little bit invested in something like that. I mean, these guys are going to tokenize 40,000 stocks around the world, and you're going to be able to trade them like they're cryptos.
It's pretty awesome.
You're going to buy a stock on the Singapore exchange right now. You'd be able to buy it right now, 24/7, and that's what these guys are trying to do. And if you buy solo and you hold it in the XUMM wallet, which is an XRP wallet, you'll get an airdrop for Coreum, which is a new blockchain that's going to run alongside the one they currently have, and let them just thrive with what they're doing. So it's really a cool thing that they got going.
Yeah, I like it. Mobius, cool. Mobius is also a Brian. I've just been working at my new job with a Brian, so it's just like Brian's everywhere. So yeah, here's the solo decks. I didn't realize that they had like NFTs on here already.
Yeah,
I totally didn't realize that.
They have NFTs, and there's a lot of coin, like cryptos, on there that you just the stocks. That's next. I think that they need the Ripple case to settle before they can legally start tokenizing stocks and having people trade them, because 90% of the stuff they're doing is for commercial and institutional users. It's not for us. So
Right.
this is, this could be a diamond in the rough. I mean, obviously it's not financial advice, but there are going to be other projects out there that thrive. And unfortunately, in the world we live in, money can take things and shitty projects a long way. And when there's a lot of legacy money behind Ripple and Hedera and these other cryptos, you can't ignore them. You gotta pay attention. And sometimes that we get so caught up and so excited with what's going on in Pulse Chain, we kind of lose sight of what's going on out there.
Yeah,
so it's good to keep, and with Pulse Chain, we need other people to come along. With what T-Money is trying to do with PulseCon, we need developers. I mean, there's going to be shitty projects that come, but we need to attract good projects. We need to start bridging gaps with other communities. And today I was watching one of his videos. I want to show a clip in a minute. And T-Money and Freedom TV, they are putting on PulseCon 2022. It's going to be in Las Vegas in September, and they've already got some altcoin projects going there, an NFT guy, and I just saw him today sitting down in Miami with one of the guys from Sologenics. So I want to play a clip here in a minute of T Money and a little conversation you had with the Solo guy.
So yeah, we've been talking about Solo though in our streams since like, what was it, December?
Yeah.
When we first started, that was like we were talking about the Solo, the snapshot that had just happened to get that airdrop
right before Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, December 15th was the airdrop. So yeah, we were talking about it probably maybe even in early end of November, getting ready for it.
Yeah.
I definitely want to get into our NFTs, but I'm so overwhelmed by them, to be honest with you.
They're pump and dumps. They're like money laundering. There's money washing. I mean, there's very, very few that actually have utility and a community behind them. So you got to be like, even the saucer swap, as good as it looks, and they have first advantage. I mean, you never know. I mean, they could be a complete dud.
Yep.
The ecosystem is so new, and there was an interesting tweet that I saw here. I want to share my screen for a second.
Yeah, take it over.
About HBAR, which saucer swap is Hedera Hashgraph's PulseX, basically. It's the first DEX coming there. I mean, this right here, when this scale hits the main net, many jaws will drop. When Hedera starts doing 1 billion transactions a day, it'll be game over for any blockchain competitor. It's coming very soon. And this right here, mainnet, they've already done over 2 billion transactions.
That's crazy. What's Dragon Glass?
It might just be the thing that did the graphic. I don't know. It might be
I feel like I've seen it a few times.
Oh yeah, actually, it might be the calculator for the like their Etherscan thing or their.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it should. And the other thing about HBAR is the green narrative behind it. You're gonna start seeing the carbon credit thing. It's coming, and you don't see it much now, but you see it here and there. And moving forward, I have a feeling they're gonna drop the hammer on Bitcoin because of how wasteful it is, and how you're gonna have to start buying carbon credits to offset the waste you're producing.
Oh, are you up on the carbon credits? Someone was talking to me. Someone very well known in the Hex community was talking to me about Moss carbon credits.
I'm not. I saw one. I was looking into the HBAR Foundation because they just gave out, or they're about to give out, like $150 million to projects to develop, and one of them was a carbon credits company or something like that. Yeah. So they're giving a bunch of money away on grants, and I looked at it, and one of them was for a carbon credit company.
So on Gemini, you can buy something called Moss Carbon Credit token. I think it's an ERC20.
Really?
And, yes. I was talking to, when we were at dinner during the Hex meetup, when I was talking to the guy sitting next to me about him. And yeah, it's a pretty interesting concept. It's like,
yep.
I can't even, I'm not even gonna try to explain it because I just can't.
Yeah. So this right here, the $100 million is a sustainable impact fund focusing on sustainable projects such as carbon offsets and other technologies to facilitate compliance with ESG, environmental, social, and governance targets. I've never heard ESG before.
Nice.
So these are some of the guys that got grants. Water Ledger, an Australian company looking to redesign water accounting.
What the hell is water accounting?
Governance of the water market, focusing on the tokenization of water resources, which then could be more efficiently traded. For example, the trading of water rights.
Oh,
sounds weird.
Water markets currently transact at $20 billion per year.
Holy shit! Who knew?
Yeah. So you know, here we go. Dovu. This was the company right here.
Yeah.
That I read about. Dovu partners with farmers who've implemented carbon sequestering and allows them to tokenize their land and sell it as carbon credits to offsuit Dovu's decentralized marketplace. So like other people that are polluters are going to have to go and buy these tokens from Dovu, from green people, to offset the pollution they're creating.
What? But
Yeah,
why? Well, who's gonna regulate that?
The government.
Really? They're gonna force people to buy?
There's going to be some kind of way of saying, okay, you use this much electricity, you waste this much. The normal is this. If you go over, you have to buy carbon credits to offset it. That's how it's going to work. Yeah, I was reading into it. I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
Wow.
That's where we're going. So
that is pretty weird.
Yep. So yeah, I want to play that video here with T Money. This was on the official Pulsification channel earlier.
This is where T Money was talking to a guy about Solo.
Yep, this is it right here. I'm going to play.
Nice.
Let me know if you can hear it.
He's right here from Sologenics.
That's right.
Yep.
Thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely. So tell me a little bit about your project.
Yeah, so we're on the XRP Ledger. We're the largest decentralized exchange, and we focus on the tokenization of securities and ETFs, as well as we just launched our decentralized NFT marketplace.
Marketplace, wow. And you're on the XRP.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're like an ecosystem going there. We're growing the ecosystem.
Nice. Are you going to build on the Pulse network?
Yeah, we're going cross-chain. We're on the Binance Smart Chain, always open to collaborate. And I mean, merging communities is always great, right? So you guys got a great community, and it's been great talking to you guys at this Crypto World Con, and it's been.
Well, it's awesome.
We had a discussion before because he was like going on about Bitcoin being it's okay. It's like you were talking about how Bitcoin is more of not a peer-to-peer transaction thing, but more of a holding of value, right? And so then I had to explain to him a little bit about Hex and how that one is a little bit better living value. And I think I convinced him. Did I convince you?
I don't know. I mean, I got to do more research on Hex. There's so many projects, but I'll definitely do my research, and we'll be in contact. We'll be collaborating. I'll let you know.
Absolutely. And we're going to be in Vegas. Are you going to be in Vegas at PulseCon?
Yeah, we're going to be at a few conferences. We're finalizing details. We're going to be at Consensus in Texas, and maybe we'll be in contact. And if we can work something out, it'll be fun to come out of Vegas.
Absolutely.
Use Pulsify to get that 50% off if you decide to go.
Perfect. Let's do it.
That's right. So if you get your ticket, just use Pulsify the code, and that's a 15% off on all your tickets. Okay.
Absolutely.
So even if it's not as you, your company not coming, it's okay. But you coming, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm telling you, everybody's coming. Everybody's coming. Yeah. So I heard it was was it your birthday, or is it whose birthday that you're gonna celebrate in PulseCon?
Yeah, it was my birthday a few weeks ago, but
okay.
I'm down to celebrate again.
I was just joshing him right now, but
listen to this part.
Anyways, thank you very much, Mauricio. Anything you want to tell our audience, like where can they find you, and go ahead and your social media?
Yeah, for sure. Sologenic.org, sologenic.com is for the tokenizing platform, and our decentralized.org. Check us out. Maybe some of the Hex community should come out and mint some NFTs, and we can start to merge communities and grow our ecosystems. You guys interested in that?
Yeah, absolutely. So, because a lot of the Hexicans are going into the Pulse chain, and automatically,
I love that Hexicans. You guys got the best. That's the best.
I didn't coin that phrase. It was one of the early adopters and the streamers. That's what they call each other, is the Hexican group, right? And definitely a lot of the Hexicans, I would say 99% of them are sacrificed onto the Pulse chain, which is the new Richard Hart project that's coming out, which is the hard fork of the Ethereum network, right? And it's total system state. So all of your NFT on the Ethereum network, right, are going to get duplicated for free copy. So that's going to be your airdrop. Once Pulse launches, you're going to have it right there on your. If you have a MetaMask, obviously, if your coins are on an exchange, of course, not your keys, not your crypto, right? So, be careful about that. Make sure that you have it in a wallet that you own your keys.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I think what we could do as well, since we're Dex, we should maybe get Hex on our decentralized exchange.
Of course.
Let's do that. We'll get you guys trading on there. We'll figure out if we can make that work, and that'll be sweet, man.
Absolutely.
And
Let's talk.
Yeah, let's do that.
That'll be amazing.
You heard it here, guys. Yeah.
How about that?
That's really cool, man. And I'd love to understand how that's going to work. Like,
I mean, just the fact, just hearing that right there, that's what we're trying to do as like people are kind of like, oh, these guys are shilling this shit here. No, we're not. You need some kind of clickbait to get other communities to find your stuff. So,
it's true.
The algorithm. So we're not trying, we're 99% staked in hexagons. We're just doing this because it's fun on the side. It's fun to look at other stuff. And, there's other good projects out there. And, this PulseCon, we were just out in Vegas for the Hex conference, and it was amazing. I mean, it was for the lack of help that Maddie had, it was phenomenal.
Yeah, seriously.
Nice.
He really did such an amazing job of paying attention to so many details and balancing so many plates and still creating a space for hexagons to come and gather. Like Maddie there's a whole group that started all of the Hex meetups, and Maddie's like taking it forward, did a great job with it. Kudos.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
The team, they have a bigger budget with Freedom TV. So the resort world where the conference is going to be, we walked through there and it was beautiful.
It's I was like, I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to much else. I was like, ooh, look at that food court.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. It's beautiful there.
They have crypto ATMs there where if you say you win $1,000 in a hand of blackjack, you can go put it into an ATM and literally pull out your Metamask QR code, hold it up, and it'll send the crypto you choose right to your wallet. No IDs, nothing.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
Wow.
Pants.
Yeah, really cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So
Brandon's like this.
How cool was that to see? Solo. I mean, just team up in there with the Sologenics guy. I mean,
that was really funny, man. That's actually really cool that happened.
Yeah,
that's like exactly like we that represents us like right there, because like we're we're pretty involved in Solo and invested in it and Hex, and it's like those two things right on screen at one time. So now other people are going to look into Solo probably because they saw that. And maybe some Solo people that saw that will look into Hex and Pulse Chain and stuff too,
And that's how this whole ecosystem is going to grow, not making enemies with other communities. Like how Sologenics has zero competition with Hex. It's completely different. With Hex is your savings account that pays you interest. Sologenics is going to be for institutions, for commercial, these big hedge funds and trading funds to use. And, there's going to be somebody that fills that role. And, we've been pushing Solo a lot of the reason because of all the free airdrops that came with it. There's a lot of coins in the XRP ledger, but we chose Solo because we knew we were going to double the supply, or we were going to get our bags doubled with the airdrop. And then the Coreum airdrop was coming. So, it's now for the next 9 months, we're getting free coins.
No, that was a great play, man, because just being in that just having Solo got you a ton more Solo after the airdrop. Right. And then now we're getting Core as well, Coreum. Just like you said, I mean, it's really awesome. Well, a lot has come from that,
Sorry, Brian. I was going to say, even holding Solo alone, Adam, onboarded how many Hexicans doing Zoom meetings with them after we got involved with the solo community.
Yeah. Yeah. I
That's
had
awesome.
I had 20 people on that were in the XLM and XRP army. And they wanted to hear about Hex because I was, I was in one of their discords talking because I wanted to find out about Solo. And then, 3 or 4 of them bought Hex and staked it from that Zoom meeting. So there's ways of using good coins, good other communities with good people to grow our community. It's not like, oh my God, we're the only crypto. These guys, like, that works to a sense, to a degree, but it's not a positive message.
The most adoption is going to happen by getting the attention of other groups and communities, like getting those people and allowing them, giving them a platform to talk about what they like, and then also like just like T Money did, giving the solo guy a platform to shill his thing for a minute, and then letting them talk, and then they'll listen to what you have to say about whatever you want to talk about,
And now that he's going to be at PulseCon, which there's going to be 1,000 Hexicans there at least, and I know Shib is going. They have that I forget the name of it. It starts with an A, I believe. They're going there, but he's got a good list of, what the Hex community just considers shit coins. But the thing is, they might be shit coins, but they have passionate communities and passionate followers behind them. So if you could pull those passionate people and put them into something that's a better asset, it's a no-brainer.
Totally. Show them a better way. You just got to do it slowly, man. Most people don't want to just jump ship with whatever they like and, just hop into something else. They're going to want to do it slowly, or, do both at the same time. Maybe they want to still be into SHIB or whatever the hell it is that they like.
Right.
They're also get into Hex too,
They're all now going to get it on Pulse Chain. So they all have their bags. They're all going to be able to use Pulse Chain. They're going to be introduced to the community around Pulse and Hex. And it's contagious. When you come from these toxic communities, when you come to Hex, it's like a breath of fresh air. So I really can't wait to see how many people find Hex because of PulseX, because of Pulse Chain, because of all the other projects coming out there.
Definitely.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I got to jump off.
All right. Yeah. I think it's a good time to wrap it up. I think, I don't think there's anything else that I had on here. I think we pretty much covered it all.
Yeah, I think we covered the list of stuff we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, there's a couple stocks that I was gonna maybe talk about for people that. But if you want to jump off, I'll do that quick for a second.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Everybody that's here, man, thanks for being here. Thanks for interacting and being a part of the stream. I know there's not a ton of people in here, but it's cool to see you guys coming back, Mobius and Drewski and all you guys that keep coming back and hanging out. Appreciate it so much.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks we appreciate you coming on and being here at the very start, at the beginning. This is the hardest part, but we'll grow. We'll get there.
That's right. You just got to keep on keeping on with it. Keep going every week, and eventually more people will show up and participate with us.
Yeah,
it's not about quantity; it's about quality, and we have a quality audience.
That's right.
We're here.
Yeah. We covered some cool stuff, man. Pulse Chain Testnet is cool. Saucer Swap, all the other Maximus, and all the other things that we were checking out. Cool stuff. I trust.
Yeah.
Somebody might have heard about iTrust tonight that never even knew it existed. You know, now you can go get a better freaking 401k.
Yeah, I mean,
Awesome.
the best year ever I had was 28% or 29%. And after 1 year, well, now it's like 15 months, I'm up over 100%. So you can't even
It
compare.
has you'll never get 100% on a freaking 401k.
No, that's
So
that's a 10, 15 year wait.
yeah. So yeah,
Which-
I don't think you can complain about that.
Nope.
No.
Cool. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off. You do your thing. We'll
thanks
be
for
back.
coming.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I'll talk to you later. And Lindsay, I'll talk to you later.
Good
And
night.
you guys, good night. See ya.
All right, let's see. Why is
Thanks
this-
for letting me crash tonight. You didn't kick me out. I felt
Oh, that's fine. There we go. I was on the wrong setting. So, oh yeah, I just wanted to go over this. So, for people that still trade stocks, I've been hearing a couple like things through the grapevine. When we found Hex a couple years ago, we heard that XRP was involved in MoneyGram and Ripple, so we got into that at $3. And it's now almost $11. So we crushed that one, and we found BlackBerry too, because I had met with a financial advisor who worked with the Department of Defense, and he said that all the government, they all use BlackBerry phones, and they are never going to stop using them because they can't be tracked. There's something about them where the iPhones, they can be tracked. I don't know exactly what it is, but Blackberries are way more secure, so governments still use them. So we bought the stock at, I don't remember what it was. It was low, maybe at like $1 or something, and it ran up to like $15. Maybe bought it at $2. I don't. It was like a 6 or 7x. But I just want to talk about Santander. It's. I mean, right now it's at $3.50. It's not going to moon. But Santander is a Ripple partner. They just closed down all of their branches in Spain and a couple other countries. They bought a branch in Florida that closed, and they are going to be rolling out something new here in the future. So they pay a dividend of 3.25%. I know it sucks compared to crypto, but if you are into stocks, I mean, I think that the market is going to be, it's going to be rough moving forward. So if you can be in those coins that are tied to Ripple, tied to Uphold, these crypto fintech companies, they're going to do really well. So I would keep an eye out on Santander. And then the other one is Sbi Holdings. These guys are one of Ripple's biggest partners in Japan. The CEO of this company is, I believe, on the board of directors of Ripple, or is the advisor to like the Japanese prime minister. So this stock has been sitting at like $25, going nowhere. It pays like almost a 5% dividend, but they are partnered with Ripple. So I really think this stock in the next couple of years is a $100 stock. As soon as the lawsuit settles and everything goes on, I mean, they're opening up all these remittance corridors everywhere. I mean, these guys are doing a lot if you look into it. But
yeah, you look into it. Like, do your own research. You look into it. It's not financial advice. Don't listen to this guy. He knows nothing.
Exactly. I'm just a guy yakking on YouTube that doesn't even know how to use a testnet.
He's just a guy that looks fly chatting about crypto on YouTube. Exactly. Financial education, not advice.
Exactly. So that's why I wanted to share these two Ripple partners. And MoneyGram too. XLM just bought them, Stellar Lumens, but at $11. I mean, it already did like a 5x from a couple of years ago. I mean, I really think it's going to go back up to $40, $50, but not nearly as fast. I really do like SBI just for what they're doing. They're ready to go as soon as this Ripple lawsuit settles. This is going to be rocking and rolling. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about those because the lawsuit, it's looking like the lawsuit is going to wrap up towards the end of summer. I've been watching a couple videos on that, and you know, it seems like it's dragging out forever, but with the way the market's looking, I think we're going to see a little maybe sideways action, and then we're going to see fireworks come May, June, July, and then I think towards September, October, the lawsuit will settle, and that'll be the sell the news event that starts the bear market. XRP is always the coin that goes last, that pumps last, so it just looks like we're setting up for that time frame. This bull market going well into mid 2023 or 2022. Who would have thought last year?
Yeah. Where do you see it heading into 2023, 2024?
I think a nasty bear market. I think the stock market's going to be first, and depending how correlated crypto is at the moment, at the time, it's gonna 50-60% dip across the board, but we're gonna see a blow off top still, I think, in the next 6-7 months, and then we're gonna take our profits out, put them into stable coins, just get your 8%. Don't be greedy and just wait it out, and then rebuy the bottoms again, and then repeat the cycle. Because I don't know how many more times, you know, HBAR is going to be sitting at 25 cents, Stellar at 25 cents, Hex at 15 cents. You know, these times, you look back a year ago, year and a half ago, where prices were, I mean, they're going to be drastically higher in the future now that, you know, more people are using it. It's now saved Ukraine. The narrative isn't, you know, it's for criminals and drug money. So everything's really starting to change. But yeah, Drew, I agree. Yeah, the bear market, right when everything is just looking awesome and pumping, boom, the bear market will come just like that, and we'll be in for another correction. But I don't know. There's definitely no 2-year, 3-year bear markets anymore. They seem to be 6 months now, 6-7 month trending sideways, going down overall as a slow bleed versus just a March 2020 type crash. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's just crypto. You never know. I mean, all these coins could theoretically go to zero. So
Yeah.
you know,
Theoretically.
yeah.
Right.
That's why diversifying is so smart. You know, be spread out into your CD and Hex, in that PulseX, your Richard Hart ecosystem. Get into your Ripple, your stuff that is going to be SEC approved, or in the eyes of the SEC, good to go, because they're going to start dropping the hammer. I think Tether's going to get sued for what they're doing. That's going to crush the price of Bitcoin. Mt. Gox has 140,000 Bitcoin to dump. So it's going to be definitely turbulent, but I think the next 6 months we got a hell of an alt season coming. So now's the time to accumulate, to, you know, pack the bags that, you know, you not the riskiest ones, but the bags that are, you know, are going to move, are the ones that you sold a little because you had to. Repack those first, your priorities. Don't go gambling on saucer swap NFTs if you sold some Hex a couple months ago to pay for something. You know, rebuy those important bags first, and then if you have money, then, you know, toss a couple $100 into an NFT or, you know, one of these other projects. But the solos, the Coreums, they're definitely safer. You got airdrops coming, but they're long-term projects. You can't buy solo and expect to 10x your money in 3 months. I mean, this is going to be a 2-3 year play where, you know, you buy it and just forget about it. And that Hex has taught us that, you know, to be able to buy and stake and forget about it. And that way you don't have to time it. You don't have to worry about stuff. and you stake, you collect your interest, and in the bear market, make sure you took your profits and stake your stable coins, diversify into gold, silver, anything.
Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon cards, sports cards. I mean, yeah, Michael Jordan cards, Kobe cards. I mean, they're literally worth cash now. Those graded cards. So
Some of the cards, I'm like, I mean, to look at the game card market outperform the crypto market some days is like, what is like, I cannot believe how much cardboard is worth. And I don't mean to I don't mean to play it down in any way. Like, cardboard is amazing. Like, some of it is serious art. It's so cool. I don't understand the games. I'm not there, but I like the other side of it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't either. I just use it as diversifying.
Yeah, I think it's so cool.
They're Magic, Pokemon. They're almost 30 years old. That become museum quality at that point. So, they're not going away. And with inflation coming, it's good to diversify and then pull the Ron Popeil, as Drewski says, set it and forget it.
I mean, inflation's coming. Inflation's here, 7.5%.
And
that's crushing.
That's a fake modified number. If you use the same math they used to calculate it in 2019, you would come up with 12.8%.
So where's 7.5? Where are we missing? Where's that gap come from? Where is that? Where are they leaving that off the table to really remind us that when I was working in the healthcare industry, my average yearly raise was a generous 2%. How kind of them. How am I supposed to keep up with that? How are you supposed to keep up with feeding, 3 kids and 2 adults and say 2 dogs? You can't. Almost unmanageable. I can't.
Yeah, you need assets like Hex. You need stuff that it will perform in time, where you can just put it away and just let it sit. I mean, your money has to make money for you, and that's what Hex does. You get your T shares and they pay you daily. So you have a 10-year stake. It doesn't matter what the price does. We know in 10 years, even if inflation stays at 7% a year, that's 70%. So Hex is at least going to be $1 or $1.50 at that time, and the T share rate is going to be 100,000 Hex per T share. So even if the price goes to $1, a T share is going to be worth $100,000.
Yeah, that to watch the T share rate from when I was brought into Hex, and when I started really daily paying attention to it, and then I realized I didn't have to pay attention to it daily, which is nice. But to watch the difference in the rate go up, it's not just somebody being like, oh, it's math. There's real math behind it. And if you take the time and listen to streams or do your own research with it yourself and read it, it's actually not so bumpy of a ride to get into. You're really good with onboarding all sides of individuals as our clientele.
Thank you.
What I mean is people who are looking to get into alts.
And people see it, when they got in 6 months ago, 8 months ago, and they got 2 T shares for 20,000 Hex, and now all of a sudden they see 1 T shares 21,000 Hex. It draws you in. You can't help but to pay attention. Yeah. And once you understand that rate is going to keep going up in time, you realize the price of Hex doesn't even have to go up. It can stay the same, but the T share rate grows at such a fast rate that you're going to gain thousands of dollars a year per T share at a price staying level. And it's crazy. And to think too in the future that T shares will just be unattainable when they're 50,000 Hex per T share, and Hex is $1. That's 50 grand for a T-share. So you're gonna have to take $10,000 and stake it for a 5555 to get a T-share. I mean, it's gonna be crazy.
I can't even just thinking about it, because sometimes our minds go forward, right? I mean, Mobius, you're smart getting out there and construction and side hustling, collecting and selling things that you find. That's how you keep that coming in. Yeah.
That's, I mean, that rate, I mean, every $100, if you did that $100 a month, you did that and put it into Hex. If you did that over the last year and a half, I mean, you'd have thousands of dollars. And that's taken a little bit of time just to pick up someone's stuff that they left there because they're too lazy. That's how you get ahead. Little things like that. That's doing something that the average other person isn't doing. Is what you got to do.
Grabbing pop bottles on the side of the road, don't pick up a penny. Like, that's mine. I'll pick it up first, but. But it's amazing. I mean, when we even just walking in the middle of a busy town, how much change is on the ground. But there's a coin shortage.
I know.
All on the ground.
Yeah. Well, we won't get into that. I think this is a good place to cut it off here. I think we had a lot of good stuff to go over. I trust. I'll post a link in the channel here for that referral code or whatever. I think so. You get $100 in Bitcoin if you start an account. So it's not bad. It's extra 10%. And yeah,
that's exciting.
Yeah, want to thank Drewski, Nathan, Mobius, everyone else that came out. Hex, Hexpresso, Trillosaurus. Hopefully next week we can do better. And anything else you got?
No, I just wanted to let everyone know that I am really excited that you let me crash. I might do it more often. No, just kidding.
And we'll start including you in the Saturday night streams. Maybe it'll get some more attention. I'm sure.
The ladies and I'll be streaming too. We'll be coming up with some good content for y'all.
There you go. Awesome. Perfect.
Here on Vibra Finance. Love it.
All right. Well, thanks guys for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
Good night.